If you have your swords this morning, God has spoken to me and through me to give a message today in regards to trials, challenges, and difficulties. And sometimes, in the midst of our trials and difficulties and our challenges, in our health crisis, in our financial crisis, in our struggles, we tend not to hear God, or we just ignore God. But God has spoken with me about wisdom. Wisdom is the same as knowledge or understanding. And I got the definition from a carnal perspective and a spiritual perspective. And I want to give you the carnal perspective of wisdom. But I want you to turn to the book of James, the first chapter. Just a few verses, 8 to 9. But I want to focus on 2. But 1 through 8 is very relevant to what I have to say this morning in regards to trials. And all of us have those trials, and you're not exempt. No one in here don't have some type of trial or challenge or difficulty or stronghold that's in our lives. Because strongholds are trials too. Amen. Strongholds are things that we acquire along the way, habits that we acquire along the way that's hard for us to give up when we come to the knowledge of who God is. Some of the things come out of our youth. Some things we developed in our teenage years, and some young adults. And even when we get older, we establish some strongholds, things that we feel we can't do without. We want to be in control of everything. Oh, God, talk to me today. And not allow God to work it out. Or not allow God to speak to us or for us to hear him clearly. But we would go to everyone else. We would seek everybody else. We would go on the internet for the answers. When every answer that we need is in the book. And it's called the Holy Bible. And if that's not good enough, God has developed commentaries and study tools that we can use to help us in our challenges, in our trials, in our difficulties, in our decisions. To guide us, to lead us, to direct us. God has given us what we need. And even given it in the midst of chaos. In the midst of trouble. In the midst of difficulty. In the midst of things that we don't understand, letdowns and failures. In the midst of our lack of faithfulness to him. He's faithful to us. Yeah. You see, he'll never leave us nor forsake us. Yeah. So today I want to talk about wisdom. And as I was sitting there, and then I went to driving, and I tried to hear God. I tried to make myself available to God. And sometimes when I can't hear God, I have to remove myself. Oh, God, talk to me. And sometimes you got to remove yourself from the environment that you are in. Oh, God, talk to me. Because we get so distracted when things become burdensome or heavy or difficult. So I was talking to God, and God gave me the answer. And if I had a subject title, it would be, When God Gives You, because he was talking to me. But since we're in a corporate setting, I'll say it like this. When God gives us his wisdom in the midst of our trials, you will know. It's a way you'll know. It's a way you'll know. And it only comes through God's wisdom that we will know. And James, the brother of Jesus, lets us know what to do in those situations, in those circumstances. And even in your challenges, even in your difficulties, even in your financial problems, even in your indecisiveness, He will let you know what to do. And I'm happy about that. He will give me the wisdom that I need to keep on, to not throw my hands up, to not use other things as distractions. Oh, God, talk to me. So let me pray. Eternal God, our Father, we come right now, desiring what you would know for us in our times of trouble and difficulties. And you said if we need wisdom, all we had to do is ask for it. And it's available. But sometimes the troubles of this life become so burdensome, it becomes so hard, it becomes so difficult. We feel so embarrassed and so shameful to call ourselves children of the Most High God and come to you and ask you, God, to fix it. When you told us what to do from the beginning, but we did it our way. Father, I thank you. I thank you for your chastisement. I thank you for your correction. I thank you for your strength, but I thank you for your grace. Because you said in your word, your grace is sufficient for everything we need. Thank you for your mercy that you poured out on us. Thank you, God. When those forgot about us, when those let us down, when those turned it back on us, you were there all the time. And we thank you, God. This we ask in Jesus' name. Amen. The common definition of wisdom is not how well you can read, but how wide you can reason. Wisdom is not what you know, but how well you use what you know. That's the common version. But I like this one. Wisdom is the capacity to see things from God's perspective and respond accordingly to the scriptural disciplines or principles that God has set before us. It's the capacity to see things from God's perspective. Not our little finite perspective, but from God's perspective. And sometimes God said, I got to send you through.
That's right.
So I can bring you out.
That's right. That's right.
Oh, God, talk to me.
That's right.
I got to send you through
That's right.
to bring you out.
That's right.
Because you'll never enter
That's right.
if you keep going the way you're going.
That's right.
And I need you to go through so I can bring you out. So you know that you didn't do it on your own. That you know you were incapable of doing it on your own. That you know nobody else but me.
Yes. Yes.
You can't give credit to nobody but me.
That's right.
Not the doctors,
Yes.
not the lawyers,
Yes.
not your job, not your children,
Yes.
not your relationship,
Yes.
not your education,
Yes.
but only me.
Yes.
It's the capacity to see things from God's perspective
Thank you.
and respond according to scriptural principles.
Thank you, Lord.
Because sometimes when we can't see it, we put blinders on.
That's right.
We shut down. We say, God, you abandoned me. You forgot about me. Look how long I've been on the battlefield.
That's right.
And I'm wounded now. I'm tired now.
Yeah.
But he said soldiers get wounded too. And soldiers get tired too. He said, but you on the battlefield for me.
Right.
This ain't for folks, it's for me.
Yeah.
And there's an eternal reward just for you that I set up for you. A crown that you can wear.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to get the glory
Yes.
from everything that you go through. See, wisdom comes from understanding.
That's right.
Knowledge comes in the midst of our trials. It doesn't come from a book or a place of higher learning or what grandma and granddaddy told you. But it only comes from God. And it comes through our trials. Ask Job. Ask Jonah. Ask Ezekiel. Isaiah. Ask Moses and Abraham. Ask the people of Israel who wandered in the wilderness for 40 years. Ask yourself, look where you are now and where you was. Oh, God, talk to me. Who brought you through? Nobody but the Lord. I don't care how many loans you took out. I don't care how many people helped you.
That's right.
I don't care how many colleges or institutions you went to.
That's right.
I don't care how many jobs or overtime that you worked. It was nobody but God.
Thank you, Jesus. Thank
When
you.
you didn't have a job, God was there.
Thank you, Lord.
When everybody turned their back on you, God was there. When nobody could understand your pain, God was there. When the loved ones were done and God took them home, God was there.
Thank you, Lord. Thank you.
Nobody but the Lord.
Thank you. Hallelujah. Thank you, Jesus.
Nobody but the Lord.
That's right. Thank
Nobody
you.
but the Lord.
Thank you.
And we got to give him credit
That's right.
in the midst,
Yeah.
in the midst of our trial.
Thank you, Jesus.
And you will know the reason you're going through.
That's right.
Wisdom will reveal it to you.
That's right. Thank you, Lord.
Because I asked God, I questioned God. I said, God, why I got to go this way?
That's right.
He said, there's a reason
Yeah.
you on the journey you on.
Yeah.
And it's so I can get the glory. And no one else can have my glory. It's the reason you won't have a job. It's the reason you won't have a good relationship. It's the reason.
Thank you, Lord. Thank you.
Because you don't see it the way God sees it.
That's right.
And I got to let you go through so I can bring you out.
That's right.
Because when you come out, you'll be shouting.
Thank you.
And
Hey.
you'll be giving him glory. When you come out, you'll be better. And you'll give him glory. When you come out, you appreciate. You'll have more humility. You'll be more humble. You'll be more grateful. You'll be more thankful.
That's right. Thank you, Lord.
When you come out,
Yeah. Thank you.
it's the reason.
That's right. That's right.
So let me help you. I'm going to give you 4 things. Get out your way.
Yeah.
Let me read the scripture. And I'm going to start at verse 2. Verse 1 just tell you who he is. Oh, I did my work. And I'm going to read from God's Word translation. Just simple translation, if you want to call it. My brothers and sisters, see, he included the sisters. He said, be very happy when you're tested in difficult ways. He said, don't be mealy-mouthed. Don't go to complaining. Don't talk about woe is me. He said, be happy when you go through your stuff. You know it's a testing of your faith that produces something. It produces endurance. Endurance endure until your test is over. You know that such testing of your faith produces endurance. So endure until your test is over. Then you'll be mature and complete. And you won't need anything.
That's right. That's right.
God trying to grow somebody up.
That's right. That's right.
See, some of us been playing church.
Yeah.
He said, you still an infant and been in this church all this time. He said, now I need to mature you in me. And then this is where my text starts. If any of you need wisdom to know what you should do, you should ask God, and he'll give it to you.
That's right.
God is generous to everyone and doesn't find fault with them. God ain't looking at your failures. He's looking at your success.
That's right. Thank you, Lord.
See, that's why Jesus died.
Thank
For
you.
our failures,
Yeah.
for our sins, for our transgressions. But he don't find fault. See, we find fault. God don't find no fault in me. Even though there may be some present, God don't see my faults. Because if I stay before him on bended knee, and sometimes if I just lay prostrate,
Yeah.
you say, God, I don't want nothing between us. I don't want to answer the phone. I don't want to text nobody. I don't even want to answer my door. I need to stay before you.
That's right.
And when you ask for something, for all you naysayers, don't doubt.
That's right. Thank you. That's right.
Don't have any doubt.
That's right.
A person who has doubt is like a wave that is blown by the wind and tossed by the sea. A person who has doubt shouldn't expect to receive anything from the Lord.
Hallelujah.
And God is in everything. Let me help somebody.
Yeah.
God is in your difficulties.
That's right.
God is in your finances. God is in your troubles. God is in your relationship. God is on your job. God is in your home. He's everywhere.
Yes, He is. Yes, He is. Thank you, Jesus.
And if you got doubt, don't trust him. Leave him alone.
That's right.
That's just with anything. If you don't trust him, leave him alone. If you don't trust her, leave him alone. Oh, God, talk to me. If you don't believe God is a healer, leave him alone. And try some other God.
Hallelujah.
Fix it.
Person who has doubt is thinking about two things at the same time and can't make up his mind about anything. Double-minded, unstable in all your ways. So I want to give you 4 things, and we're going to go on to the Holy Communion. I want you to know, you will know. See, the reason that you will know the reason for needing his wisdom. You already know. Can I talk for you? Because I know. I'm going to help somebody today. I'm going to tell you why you know. There's a reason that you need God to understand. You need his knowledge. You need his insight. You need him to make a difference in your life.
Yeah.
It's a reason, y'all.
Yeah.
It's a reason you need his wisdom. See, some of us think we need the world, but we need God more than we need the world.
we do.
And we need his wisdom. We don't need the God. We don't need the world to understand us. The world needs to understand who we are in God.
Yeah.
And there's 3 things I want to share. The first one is because of our foolishness. Or our foolish decisions. That's why we need his wisdom. Our failures because of the mistakes in the past. That's why we need his wisdom. Our failures and our foolish decisions that we have made along the way that you can't reverse. And then our fatal decision, too late to change. Some things in life we just can't change.
That's right.
So stop going around trying to change them. You can't fix it with your money. You can't fix it with your tongue. I don't care how many gifts you give them or they give you. It's a fatal mistake
That's right.
that you've made. And God will give you the wisdom, the knowledge to understand it, how to manipulate through it.
Yes, He will.
The world can't tell you how to fix it.
That's right. Thank you, Lord.
Roses won't do it because they die.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
more money won't help you because they're spending and want more.
Yeah.
A big house is nothing when you're all alone
That's right.
and hurting. Just a bunch of empty rooms. Oh, God, talk to me.
Yeah.
A fancy car so people can look at you and not understand the hell that you're catching. You need his wisdom
That's right.
to appreciate what you got.
Yeah.
To tell him thank you for the 1-bedroom room and the bus pass. See, you need to appreciate what you got. A sickness that only he can heal. You need to appreciate what you got. A part-time job, not full-time. And the benefits that you have is not from them, but from God.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah, Jesus. Hallelujah.
Health insurance can't help you.
Yeah.
Help you when there's no cure.
That's right.
What good is a car? You can't afford the insurance.
That's right.
What good is a home when you can't keep the upkeep?
Yeah.
Tim, I'm going, y'all.
Yeah.
In Proverbs 2:6-8 says, the Lord gives wisdom. From his mouth comes knowledge and understanding. He has reserved priceless wisdom for decent people. He's a shield for those who walk in integrity in order to guard those on the path of justice and to watch over the ways of his godly ones. All we need is God. All the other accoutrements of this world are temporal. But we chase them so often. We think they make a difference until they go. Up today, down tomorrow. The have and the have-nots. God loved them too.
That's right.
The have-nots, God loved them just as much as those who have.
That's right.
God loved the rich as well as the poor. The blind and the ones who can see. And the ones who can see are spiritually blind. Because they're not appreciative of what God has done for them. They're not gracious. Our children, they're not gracious. When you extend the olive branch to them, they always say that's not enough. Never thankful, never trying to reciprocate, never trying to give back, never trying to encourage anyone, but always crying the sad sob story of woe is me. Woe is me. How did I get myself in this place? Well, the reason you got yourself in this place is because you didn't ask God to show you the way. You didn't ask God to intercede in this. You didn't ask God to go before me and make sure this is the right job for me. This is the right man for me. This is the right home for me. This is the right car for me. This is the right procedure for me. This is the right doctor for me. This is the right mama and daddy for me.
That's right. That's right.
You will know the reason for wisdom in the midst of your trials.
That's right.
Then you'll know what are the requirements. God has some requirements for wisdom. You just can't get it and say, I'm going to use it the way I want to use it. Because some of y'all are condescending. Some of y'all are using it to build yourself up and tear somebody else down. I may not know every scripture you know. I may not know how to recite it verbatim. But I do know he's a true and living God. And what he did for you, he'll do for me. And that's all I need to know. And I need to know that he's present in my life. And when I call him, he'll answer. I don't need to know all your theological stuff. All I need to know that he lives and he lives within me. What are the requirements? I ain't got much. I made some bad choices. Matter of fact, some fatal decisions. But I got a faith that's unshakable. A faith that won't turn its back on me. A faith that'll be there when I need it.
That's right.
A faith.
That's right.
I may not can see it, but I know it's on the way. Oh, God, talk to me today. I got a faith that you can't take away from me. Your money can't buy. The God that you serve can't do nothing with it.
That's right. That's right. Thank you, Lord.
A faith that is unshakable. And a faithfulness that's unquestionable. Because I can tell you anything, but I can show you a whole lot.
That's right. That's right.
That's what I'm talking about. The changing the time and committed and the spiritual principles that we need and how to be obedient unto God. Because you ain't going to question my faithfulness.
That's right.
Because if I can be faithful to the creature, I can be faithful to God.
That's right.
And that's a part of my stewardship to God. Because he said in his word, forsake not the assembly of the saints one to another. That means every now and then we got to get together. And I ain't talking about no girls' night out. But if we're going to go out together, let's pray together. Let's laugh together. Let's cry together. Let's hurt together. Let's want each other to excel together.
Yeah.
Faithfulness is unquestionable. You can't say I'm fickle. You can't say you got to look for me.
That's right.
When God called, I'm going to answer. If I had to go all by myself. See, everybody can't go where God takes you.
That's right.
That's true.
Well, everybody everybody's not ready yet. They still got some strongholds. They still holding on to some things of this world. A man got them. A woman got them. Some alcohol got them. Some drugs got them. A job got them. Some health crisis got them. But your faithfulness should be unquestionable. And it should be to God. And God alone. We're faithful to our children. To our job. To our finances. To our parents. When will we be faithful to God? And the only reason that your faithfulness is questionable because you're not standing on a firm foundation. The requirements is a faith unshakable, faithfulness that is unquestionable, and a firm foundation that's unchangeable. The Bible said, Jesus said, "Changeth not." See, when you're standing on a firm foundation that's unchangeable, that's not moving, shifting, and going up and down, like some of us, we love the Lord 1 minute. We on fire for 1 minute. But then we gravitate toward the world the next minute. We waving our hands and we shouting, saying prayers and talking about what can I do for you, God. But what kind of foundation you stand? I think you're standing on a shifting foundation. Unstable. Unstable. Huh? Because you built it on a lot of things. You built it on emotions and feelings and what you have and did not have. Instead of building on, I don't care what I have. I'm trusting God's going to make it better for whatever I need in my life. So if I need to stand out here naked, and I don't mean with your clothes on, I mean exposed. All of the things I try to hide, I'm still standing. Sickness came back, I'm still standing. Everybody gave up on me, I'm still standing. My family walking out on me, they're using me, abusing me, taking advantage of me, but I'm still standing. The church turned me back on me, but I'm still standing. I lost my job, but I'm still standing. I got an illness, but I'm still standing. Still standing. God came and got my loved ones, but I'm still standing.
That's right.
Those who I thought I could rely on walked off from me, but I'm still standing.
That's right.
And I ain't standing any kind of way.
All right now.
The Bible said, I'm very happy. Said, when you're tested in all different kind of ways.
Yeah.
First verse of that. Be very happy when your test comes. Matter of fact, get to jumping and shouting.
That's right. Hey.
You know why? Because victory is on the way. The victory is on the way. And that victory is in Jesus. So whatever you're going through, get happy about it because you know you're going to be victorious. Ain't nothing going to be able to shake you or rock you or be questioned about you because you know the Lord. A breakthrough coming. I lost my job. Let me buy some new clothes. Because God got a new job for me. The car broke down. I've been patching on it and patching on it. But God says it's time for a new one. Yeah, that rascal walked out on me. God said, I've been telling him let it go for a long time. I just had to cause him to walk away. But if you hold on just a little longer, I know you're getting up in age. I know you think the well has been depleted. But I kept one over to the side for you. Just for you.
Yeah. Thank you, Lord.
Just for you.
Thank
the reason for needing wisdom, the requirements for wisdom. But you got to know something, y'all. See, we sit back and we think God's just going to come to us. There's got to be some communication.
That's right.
With the Creator.
That's right.
Stop talking to everybody else. Start talking to the Lord. Stop telling all your business to everybody. Tell it to the Lord. Whatever you desire and whatever you need, tell God about it. See, the problem is we tell other folks about it and they put our business in the street. Mind your own business. Leave my business alone. It's between me and God. And God knows what He's doing. You will know how to request. It is through prayer that gives the servant an understanding heart. It's through our communication with God that we can understand. It's not to harm us, to hurt us, but to help us. Our trials are just to strengthen us, to make us stronger. So when they come back again, you can tell that old devil, not this time. Should have killed me when you had a chance. Not this time. I'm stronger now. Not this time. I won't cry all night. Not this time. You won't put me out but one time. Not this time. You won't turn your back on me for another. Not this time. I'm stronger now. I'm able to walk upright, not bent over.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah, Jesus. Yeah. Hallelujah. Yeah, Lord.
You will know how to request. It gives the servant an understanding heart. And then it's through prayer that the gifts of wisdom will be used in the trials we encounter in our life.
That's right.
See, God will give us the tools and what to do in certain situations.
That's right.
We can't act like we used to act.
That's right.
We can't customize. We can't be vengeful towards Him. God's going to give you the love of Him to use against them. No weapon formed against you shall prosper. And the enemy always want to keep us distracted.
Right. Thank you, Jesus.
Even in God's house, He tries to keep us distracted.
Yeah.
Because sometimes when God speaks to us, He'll speak to us in church. He'll speak to your situation in church.
That's right.
And then you'll start getting distraction. And you start looking through your pocketbook.
That's right. That's right.
Fumbling with paper.
That's right.
Because you know He's speaking to you. The Holy Ghost speaking to you.
That's right.
You start playing on your phone and act like you're looking at the Bible and you ain't looking at no Bible. Or you start texting and communicating with somebody God told you to give away. Or you get sleepy. Huh? When the Lord starts talking about you.
That's right.
But it's through prayers that the gift of wisdom can be used in our trials we
Hallelujah.
encounter in this life. And it's through our prayers that God will get the glory
Thank you, Jesus.
from His wisdom.
Thank you, Jesus.
From His wisdom,
Thank you.
God will get the glory. See, He said, my glory I will not share with another.
That's right. That's right. Thank you.
God ain't sharing His glory with nobody.
Yes.
1 Corinthians, Galatians, the first chapter, verses 9 and 10. Said Paul states, for this reason, he told them, we have not stopped praying for you since the day we heard about you. We ask God to fill you with the knowledge of His will through every kind of spiritual wisdom and insight. We ask this so that you would live the kind of lives that prove you belong to the Lord.
That's right.
God wants you to live the kind of life that you know you belong to the Lord.
That's right.
And people can't question that. Then you will want Him to please Him in every way. Verse 10 says, we ask this so that you will live the kind of lives that prove that you belong to the Lord. Then you will want to please Him in every kind of way as you grow and producing every kind of good works by this knowledge about God. When you come into the knowledge of who God is, people can see the fruit of history in your life. You don't act the same. You don't love the same. You don't say the same thing. You don't vent the same way. You're not vindictive. You don't hold grudges against nobody. Oh, God, talk to me.
That's right.
When you come into the knowledge of it.
That's right.
Let me clarify. It don't mean continue to be used.
That's right. That's right.
Don't continue to chase after something that's not good for you.
Yeah.
Or even good to you.
That's right.
But you're coming to producing every kind of good works by the knowledge of God. You want to be more compassionate. You want to be more loving.
That's right.
You want to be more kind.
That's right.
You want to be more gentle and compassionate.
That's right.
Understanding, but most of all, you want to be more forgiving. Not to those who have used and took advantage and abused you, but forgive them and not go back to them. So you can forgive him, but you can forget him too. God don't want to hold your hostage to your heart, because your heart will get you in trouble. Because the Bible said the heart is deceitful and wicked of all things. Who can know it but God? Don't hold yourself hostage to things God has delivered you from.
Yes.
God's delivered you from. Why you keep running back? Because of some baby, some house, some home, some job, some finances. That's why you keep running back. Because you've been there so long. Oh God. God's trying to free you. Freedom has a cost. And freedom ain't free. And then the last one before we do our communion, y'all. You will know when you respond to wisdom. How do you respond to God's knowledge, His wisdom, His insight? How do you tell Him that you know? How do you let God know that you understand? It's through your life.
That's right.
Through your life, your service to Him. Not service to no church or denomination, but your service to Him. That means some things you got to leave behind along the way. You got to give up. You say, God, I'm fully committed to you. Fully to change. Everybody can't go with you.
That's right.
Everybody can't follow you on that journey. Because everybody don't need to go. Because they need to know God for themselves. And they need to hear God in the midst of their trial. And you can't make them understand that. So stop trying. Stop trying to make people the way you want them to be. Stop thinking that they're going in the same direction when they want to go another way. Stop trying to encourage them to do right when they're always going to do wrong.
That's right.
That's not your job. That's God's job. God knows how to reach them better than you ever could reach them. When to reach them, how to reach them, and what time to reach them. So you will know when to respond to wisdom by recognizing that God is the giver of everything. Everything you have, God gave it to you. I don't care where it came from. Because even He used the devil to bless you. He'll use the devil to bless you. He'll make the devil pay your rent.
Oh, hallelujah.
I'm just talking now. He's the giver of everything. When people come against you, He'll use those very people to come against you to bless you.
Wow.
God is, I'm recognizing that God is the giver. And just because he used the devil doesn't mean that we should realize that it's only through his grace that we have what we have.
Thank you, Lord.
It's only through God's
Thank
grace
you, Lord. Thank you.
that you are where you are
Thank
today.
you, Jesus.
See, sometimes we feel we're in the wrong
Thank you,
place.
Lord. Thank you.
But if you're anywhere close to the Spirit and the anointing of the Holy Ghost, you need God.
Thank you. Thank you,
And
Lord.
we need to realize that it's only by God's grace.
Thank you, Jesus.
It's not what somebody did for us. It's not what anyone can do for us. It's by God's grace that you got good parents. It's by God's grace that your son or your daughter is healthy. It's by God's grace that you got a job to go to. It's by God's grace that you ride on four wheels, not walking on two legs. It's by God's grace
Thank you, Jesus.
that you're still here in the land of the living. It's by God's grace that you're still in your right mind and a reasonable portion of your health. It's by God's grace that when you leave your children at the bus stop or at school, they're taken care of. It's by God's grace.
Yes, Lord. Thank you. Thank you, Jesus.
It's by God's grace,
Thank you.
not by what somebody can do.
Yes.
God's grace.
Thank you, Lord. Thank you. Hallelujah, Jesus.
It's by God's
Hallelujah.
grace
Thank you.
that you got a second chance.
Thank you, Lord. Thank
It's
you.
by God's grace
Yes.
that you're able to give somebody a second chance.
Yes.
It's only by God's grace.
Thank you, Jesus. Yes,
By
Lord.
realizing
Thank you.
that it's through the grace of God you have it. And
Yes. Thank you. Thank
you
you.
respond
Thank you.
by receiving it
Thank you.
by faith
Yes, Lord. Thank
in
you.
God's promise.
Thank you, Lord. Thank you.
He said, I'll never leave you
Thank you.
nor forsake you.
Thank you. Yes.
He shall the Alpha
Yes.
and the Omega, the beginning and the end. He said, is anything too hard for me to do? He said, I created the sun, the moon, and the stars. I created you before you even was in your mother's womb. I gave you a place of fellowship, a place of assembly. I called your name, and you answered. Receive it
Thank you, Jesus.
by faith
Thank you.
in the promise of God.
Hallelujah.
And you know how you receive it.
Yes.
And you know how you respond.
Yes.
Every day and then,
Yes. Thank you.
when you're walking in the town center,
Yes.
and you got your check,
That's right.
and you ain't attempted to spend it yet,
That's right.
and you start to reflect on your life. And you got it in your pocketbook. Then you remember a time when you didn't have it in your pocketbook.
Yes. Jesus. Yes.
And the pocketbook you had was tore up from the floor.
Yes. Yes, Lord.
And the heel on your shoe was run over.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah, Jesus. Yes. Yes.
And you had to wear them pants 2 or 3 days at a time.
Yes, Lord. Yes.
And the only way that you can respond is say, Lord, I thank you. 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 And when you're going through the midst of your trials and want to understand why God is talking to you, all you got to do is say, Lord, I thank you. My child ain't dead. Lord, I thank you. They don't have no mental issues. Lord, I thank you. I got a roof over my head. Lord, I thank you for my bus pass and my raggedy car. Lord, I thank you for the people that you put in my life. Lord, I thank you. You ain't had to do it. You ain't had to do it. You ain't had to do it.
Yes, Lord. Yes.
When God gives us
Yes.
His wisdom
Jesus. Yes.
in the midst of trials,
Yes.
you will know
Yes. Yes,
the
Lord.
reason,
Yes.
the requirements,
Yes. Yes.
how to request
Yes,
it,
Lord. Yes.
and how to respond.
That's right. Thank you, Lord. Thank you. Lord, thank you.
Because wisdom comes through trials.
Yes. Yes.
Let me help somebody.
Yes.
God told me yesterday.
Yes.
He told me, he ain't tell y'all. He told me,
Yes.
he said, watch this. Your journey is a learning experience.
Yes.
I'm teaching you every day. I ain't teaching you so you can elevate yourself. I'm teaching you so you can kneel a little lower, so you can pray a little longer, so you can read and study a little longer, so you can bless somebody when you've been blessed, so you can encourage somebody along the way, so you can have forgiveness and oh God, so you can be patient, because I've been patient with you. So today, if you don't mind standing, there may be somebody here today. They said, when God gives us wisdom in the midst of our trials, we know